She taught me more than I knew I didn't know. Showed me the world had more shades of gray than I had words to say, and I am a noisy motherfucker. But when she speaks, I listen. For the first time, I hear the world opening up before me. I think of stories they never told me about women strong enough to journey far from home to find fulfillment before they found love. And that was when I met her. On roads I traveled often, in directions I'd never took, in songs I'd never sung, and in hymns I'd overlooked. She was like the first candy bar I ever stole, a well-kept secret. I never told anyone that my fantasies had driven me to villainy, and finally, I'd found something sweet. My execution had been clumsy. I was not a great thief, but I had stolen just enough time to spend on her forbidden fruit. She made me dream of sinners and saints and sand. The hourglass of my life passed a little slower when she crossed my path. The deserts of my soul became oasis when she laughed. I learned that a good woman will teach you to love selflessly, because I only wanted to see her become more of herself, for no one else and for no other reason but to bloom in season with her soul, to come into being as herself before sentenced to the judgments of those around her. She was surreal. No, she was Dolly, the drug and not the fiend, not perfection but closest thing I could chase. I was taught to hunt, she was taught to run. I was old before I understood that she was precious and not prey. She was full of herself, and for good reason. She was seasoned and scarred and steadfast. I was a vagabond and she was adventure. I was a pilgrim and she was Mecca. I was a child lost in imagination, asking myself careless questions. I spent my youth daydreaming, and now I'd come face to face with my greatest fantasy. Fuck, my words abandoned me. Aphrodite found me and taught me about love. So love found me like a fugitive on the loose, running away from sense and reason until I was lost in her eyes. No, love found me like the noose, gasping for breath. Her kiss lifted the air from my lips and left me dying for her affections. No, love found me guilty in the court of law, indicted by my past transgressions. Johnny Cochran couldn't save me. What is love that doesn't shine light on the darkest parts of your soul and your brightest of intentions, lays every dimension of you bare to be seen and heard and tasted? My regrets haunted me for ages until she turned my specters into lectures, my skeletons into lessons, my closet into an honest space for me to breathe, and taught me about myself. See, I'm a black man, and being a black man, you feel like the whole world rests on your shoulders, a bronze atlas with boulders to bear that no man could conceive us, and that leaves us with a perverse sort of arrogance. We fancy ourselves the perfect victims, lowest rung of the totem pole, so we love recklessly, so we leave every heart we embark on the land ransacked of milk and honey and left with scars and stories. You see, I was born a sinner. From Adam to my father, there lies a long line of men who hurt those who hurt them, or tighten their lips shut so seamlessly, kindness never escapes again. My forefathers are monsters or martyrs. They break women or are broken by them, and I am the product of their transgressions, watching my father die, skeptical of those around me, keeping love at arm's length, just close enough to touch, just far enough to run. I am every bit the bastard that they say I am, but a wise soul once told me that a good man is a dangerous one who looks in the mirror, sees his horns and the harms he's done, and bears that burden beautifully. I've learned that good men are men of duty, driven to eulogy, for they kill the part of themselves that threatens to let them live their whole lives, telling half-truths for dimes they can't count on. A penny for his thoughts is wasted if he ain't made sense of his sense of, fearing censor. Pressure makes you a diamond, Medusa makes you a legend, a tale worthy of being told. So love found me, becoming butter, heavy and full. Beauty flowed and bold. Lately I think of her and what she taught me, in still quiet nights and wandering conversations, how love becomes water for chocolate, the perfect concoction. Woo!